Guitars. Around about 10 years now, so did carpentry when I left school, and then did science at university, and kind of blended everything together after a bit of a corporate career. But I've always been a maker, so I've always enjoyed making things. I play the guitar, and I was just always fascinated as to what made them work, and that kind of fascination led to a bit of an obsession about, sometimes I walk in here and think, wow, how did I get here? But just a lot of hard work. It takes an incredible amount of time. Anyone who kind of thinks that CNC work is, because it's still a bit of a, in the guitar thing, because our guitars are completely handmade.
Yes.
The CNC takes care of the work that's very hard to hang on to plunge routers. It's also very dangerous.
Yeah.
And what it enables me to do as a product that's now going to stores is exactly replicate what it is that makes our guitar so special. So the profile in that neck, we must have cut 150 guitar necks before I was settled on the actual profile. It's the first thing that a player feels when they play a guitar. Before they see it, they're attracted to it, they pick it up. Before they even strike a chord, they have to feel that guitar feels right in their hand. And now that we've got it, it's a complicated radius, so we start with a particular radius at the front, and then it compounds and flattens out towards the back of the neck, because when you're playing a guitar here, your thumb is in that position, but as you play up here, your thumb drifts to the back of the neck, which changes the way you hold it. So that, incorporated with working with different materials and figuring out which way the router's going to work, it's certainly very time consuming, but the ability of that Laguna to be able to have the gantry height that we needed was, it's incredible, really. In the neck, we cut them out of one billet, so you get two necks out of a one-piece billet. It's a more expensive way to do it, but again, that's a quality part. And then we leave this extra bit on here because it comes up and fits these jigs. And then we cut a dovetail on the bottom of that, and then it gets dovetailed into the body of the instrument. We've got some rows right here. And we're able to put the material down, and we first index it, so that those indexing points line up to the neck, and it lines up to a vacuum jig. There's a radius that's put onto that, which is a 15-inch radius, and it's like crucially important. That is like so accurate. Our tolerance level, particularly for positioning of the frets, is 0.001 of a millimetre. It has to be that accurate. Strobe tuners that we use to set the intonation and the tuning on the instrument, if any of these fret positions is adrift of the smallest tolerance, our strobe tuners will pick it up. So because of that, we've spent a lot of time programming to actually achieve that level. And it does really cool things, like it undercuts all the fret ends so it doesn't cut all the way through, which then suits the particular fret wire that we use. So this is another very complex part to the guitar. And these are straight off the router as well. They've been indexed. And all of these indexing points that are both on the bridge and also on the neck and also on the back of my fingerboards make all the guitar come together and have the correct scale distance. So that is one element that to produce that by hand is time consuming. And all these little ramp angles and intonation angles and things like that are super important. So it's a very really complicated little drawing, but now we can reproduce them very accurately. To have these ceramic guides as opposed to bearings was forever changing bearings. And I've had loads of phone calls from people. From guys from Canberra, I've had guys from Toowoomba, I've had guys from somehow they've found out that we've got, probably because we run Instagram all the time, they're seeing these machines, and everybody keeps asking me about it, and I'm just like, don't buy one, buy two, because you'll never want to touch the blade setting you want to live on. And it was actually a friend of mine who put me onto them. He's in Canberra and he's got two.
Yeah.
So he's got 14 and 18. So, and we just can feed them this way back to back for bus extraction. To give you a bit of an idea, we sort of start at around about that $3,000 mark retail, and we use really unique timbers that most of the other sort of larger guitar companies can't use because the timber's not available in that quantity. We do a variety of body shapes, a variety of models. At this stage, a lot of our stuff is sold direct from the factory here, but we've picked up quite a few distributors in the past couple of months, and we now export to Germany, Switzerland, Austria, the US, and also some parts in China as well.